Hello everyone, my name is Maritza and today I'm going to be comparing Eastern and Western philosophy, specifically Aristotle, Plato, Aquinas, Taoism, and Stoicism. So these thinkers have really paved the way in how we think and perceive our reality and have really influenced our culture. So let's get right on. So let's start with Plato. Plato did not believe that the world that we live in is the actual reality. So for Plato, the actual reality is what lies in forms. It's like perfect abstract concepts of beauty, equality, justice. He believed that our senses don't give us the full truth, and we need to have reason and philosophical thinking to figure out what actually is. A really good example of this is like when you are just thinking, you're walking down the street and you're looking at the trees, the grass, the sky, and you are questioning, is the sky really the sky? I do that personally very often. So what Plato would say is that they're all imperfect reflections of the perfect tree, grass, the perfect sky, in that sort of sense. So Aristotle, who is Plato's student, actually does not accept Plato's beliefs. Aristotle says that the real world is found in your physical world. So what is in front of you and what you can see with your sense, like see with your eyes, touch with your hands, is what is real. He believed that everything is made of its own matter and it takes up its own space, and everything has an origin, it all has an explanation, it has some sort of history and a reason as to why it is the way it is. Aristotle believed that knowledge comes from experience. So we have to observe in order to reason toward what the truth actually is. Another philosopher to add into this mix is Thomas Aquinas, and he's from the medieval period. So Aquinas really loved Aristotle's take on believing that there's some sort of something outside of what our physical world is, but he tied it into Christian theology. He said we can prove the existence of God, which is like the ultimate reality. But in order for God to exist, you also need faith in the God. So he merged revelation and reason. He served as a philosophical bridge between Aristotle and Christianity. Now let's look at Stoicism and Taoism, which are two different approaches to metaphysics and value. So Stoicism, which stems from ancient Greece, believed that everything is governed by logos, which is a divine rational order. And they believed that the true key to happiness is aligning yourself with cosmic reason. This means developing virtue, so courage, wisdom, justice, and also includes keeping yourself emotionally steady, really regardless of what you are experiencing in the physical reality. Stoics practice apatheia, which means freedom from irrational emotions. So for example, if you were to break up with your significant other, if you were to lose your job, break a bone, lose a family member, the Stoics would say, well, that's life, that's what happens, you can't really you can't do anything about it, so let it happen, let it be. The only thing that really matters is how you respond, so it should be with reason and integrity and not to fight against what is happening to you. And then if we compare Stoicism to Taoism, which is from ancient China, we see a very significant change within it. The Tao, as I call it, is a really important belief in Taoism. It's also known as the Way, and it's like a mysterious force that explains the flow of everything. In contrast to the logos in Stoicism, this is very go with the flow, it's natural, it's intuitive, it's spontaneous. And Taoists believe in Wu Wei, which is effortless action. So again, back to going with the flow, that means to just let things happen and go with the flow of things because that is its natural order. So for example, a Stoic is like the element of earth. It's firm, it's really not as conforming, and Taoism is like water. It's very flowy, bendable. It's very easy to move. So like another way of explaining this is like if you're in traffic and the traffic is really bad and there's a car accident and you're really struggling, a Stoic would be in traffic, and instead of like really focusing on the problem, they focus on how they are reacting to the problem. So just focus on being reasonable and focusing on what your like solution is and leaving it there. Whereas a Taoist would maybe turn on music, sit back, enjoy what is happening, and live in what is in the present. I mean, they both deal with the same problems in just different ways. It's a different form of view. Anyways, so these philosophers offer really rich insights into the way we perceive our world, also teaching us about happiness and how to live our life to the full extent. Thank you for watching and subscribe.